color modes in Photoshop. So here I'm going to pick a new document, 640 by 480, and go to bitmap. Bitmap is black and white. Pick a color that's bright and you get white. Pick a color that's dark and you get black. Is there any colors? No, there is no colors. Why do I like to point this out? Because every student I have ever known always asks me, why don't I have any colors? And I always walk up to the screen and say, you are in bitmap. So, in order to get the next step of color range, we have to go to image, mode. Notice that none of the color ranges are active except for grayscale. So you can go bitmap to grayscale. By going to grayscale, pick a lighter color, you get a lighter gray. Pick a darker color, get a darker gray. Okay, is there any colors? No, because it's grayscale. Notice at the top it says gray, and notice the channel just says gray. Okay, let's go over to the next one. RGB color. Red, green, blue. Notice the channels, red, green, blue. Notice when I go over here, I click here, and there's magical numbers. And if I go over here, since it's green, the number for green is 255. If I go to red, notice 255. These are constructs of machine code. So anytime you're dealing with RGB color, you're dealing with color that's on the computer screen, on your digital camera, on your digital video recorder. Whenever you're dealing with a computer or device that uses color, RGB is where it's at. Okay, well, let me put some red out here and put kind of a bright magenta and kind of a brightish green. The next color mode is CMYK. When you're dealing with CMYK, you're dealing with print. So this is a machine construct. This is a man-made construct. In other words, people are mixing ink together to get this color. Okay? Now, what happens if there's a brighter color in RGB and not that color supported in CMYK? Well, watch the colors as I go from RGB to CMYK. They get very dull. Okay? That's because CMYK has a smaller gambit or choice of colors. So a gambit or range of color is this big huge mat here. Okay, when I go up, you'll see that it still has a 255 green, but it's not going to be as bright as the RGB version of it. Next and last, lab color. I'll only mention this, but this is the human eye. So as the human eye, we have a larger range, the biggest gambit of all, and we can also see imaginary colors that are kind of within nature. You know, like these bluish green yellows, these very saturated oranges. Those colors exist within the human eye, but not within the machine code and not within CMYK color. So we have this third range. We're going to talk more about this when we get to photography, but just know that it has the same rules. Pick too bright of a color, pick a color that doesn't exist in the other two color ranges, and when you go to switch it over to CMYK, it's going to dull it down. In RGB, sometimes it's going to even tone it down. There's only a few colors that are not supported from lab to RGB color, and we know these colors to be the imaginary color range. Alright, so those are the color ranges. Just know where they're at, what they're used for, and how to go between them without losing too much color, and you should be okay. Enjoy.